it's a special thing, you know. It's a séance. It's it's church. It's the thing that we've done all throughout human history, where we get together and we move and we focus ourselves towards the common goal. And our common goal in this case, inside of you, there, inside of us, there exists the greatest power in the universe, as my man U.S. Anderson once said. Wim Hof also says this a lot, that you are the infinite potential of the universe trapped inside of a body, right? So thinking about that, that you are this piece of God that is blessed with a consciousness and blessed with a body that has the ability to create and learn and sort of shift reality in the way that like suits us best. Knowing all this and going through life, it feels almost overwhelming sometimes to think of all the things that we can learn, all the things we can do or could do if we had enough time. Our time is limited. As we know, we exist in these bodies, and we're blessed with birth and like having an existence and getting to experience existence itself and each other, pieces of God and pieces of community that, you know, represent like the greater universal collectiveness, you know. But we're blessed with these like little things that really make life worth experiencing, and even the big things, like the things we sort of take for granted, like the sunshine or getting a good night's sleep, or I don't know, hearing a new song that you like. Just the little things and the big things and the small things and the whatever things that create this thing that is life. They're all infinite. It's a real shame. It feels like a lot of time that we won't have enough time over the course of our life to learn all the things we want, to experience all the things, meet all the people, go to the cities and the museums, or, you know, see this celebrity, or do whatever that you want to do. It's impossible to do it all. It just is. It sucks, and I think about it all the time, how it's so weird to have so much potential, but such a little bit of amount of time to fulfill that potential and to realize this is why I think yoga really is important, because yoga is this thing you can add into your life that contributes not just physically, like allowing you to live longer so you have more time to actually experience things and learn and grow and create. So it's not just health, but it's also the fact that it allows you to be more open and receptive to like deeper parts of life. So each and every time you take a breath and notice what's happening. So again, we're creating more time and more space and more ability for us to create and grow and share. Another good thing about our yoga practice is that it actually helps increase neuroplasticity and allows us to learn new things faster. I talk about this a lot in my yoga classes, but balance training is a great way to just keep your mind healthy, to keep your mind active and supple and ready to absorb new information, and also process things and learn new things. And through that, you can be able to create and share more rapidly, more abundantly. It almost feels like yoga at times is sort of a cheat code for life. People seem to avoid it, especially athletes or people that are high functioning that feel like they don't have enough time to incorporate a new sort of workout regimen, or, you know, all the philosophy and the whatever is just too much to take on when you already have like an active lifestyle and you're healthy, and, you know, your finance allows you to have a really good life, but make that life even a little bit better. It allows you to be more present, be more aware, and be more kind, and again, be more open, and also be able to adapt and learn new situations quickly. As adults going through things, you learn that life just comes at you and you can't really stop it. You can try your best to avoid it and practice prevention, but you can't really prevent the universe from just doing its thing. So a lot of times it really comes down to the fact that a situation will come up and you need to be able to handle it. And yoga, again, is a really, really good resource for training yourself to be in these difficult, sometimes uncomfortable or challenging situations. I imagine myself sometimes when I'm holding a plank pose for, I don't know, a few minutes, or I'm doing 200 rounds of bicycle crunches and my core is burning and I want to stop. And it's that same discomfort I feel like people like David Goggins talks about a lot, or any sort of endurance athlete or runner, when they get to the point of complete exhaustion and their body is saying, we can stop now. We've reached the point where this is no longer beneficial. We know in reality that our body is just looking out for us and trying our best to, or trying its best to keep us from hurting it, I guess, from making it feel, I don't know, like it has the potential to be hurt. It's a thing of like fear, and yeah, it's a trip. Like all the things your body will say to you when it wants you to stop running, when it wants you to, get out of a hardcore workout. Like your body will just say things, and then your mind will join in too, noticing that your body is in a discomfort or a pain. Your mind will immediately start trying to problem solve it, right? It starts saying, well, maybe you need water, maybe you need a coach, or maybe you need this, or maybe you need that. Constantly reaching for things outside of yourself to try to make yourself feel better. So your body's telling you to stop, and your mind's saying, oh, you need this thing, you need this thing, you need that thing. It's really hard to just sort of exist in that state when things aren't going completely the way you expected or the way that you wanted. So I really use my yoga practice as a way to practice staying calm and breathing, and allowing myself a space to still be open and receptive to any sort of things that come at me. I don't try to fight the universe when it gives me bad news, or like a negative person, or like a mean someone comes into my life that just is toxic in some way. I allow it, and I kind of understand, or try to understand why this happened, or where this person came from, and what lessons I can take away from it. And I think all of those things are lessons that I've learned just on the mat by myself, just working and sweating and slowing down, just breathing and being. I had the intention to make this video a very upbeat, kind of in your face sort of sales pitch kind of vibe, and really explain to you like why you need yoga. But I think it's sort of obvious. I think you already know that you should be doing yoga. You live longer, you look better, you feel better, you move better, you learn faster. It also puts you in a situation where you're around people who also feel that same sort of thing, where they want to feel better and they want to look better and they want to like really experience life in a interesting and aware sort of way. So that feeling that I think is so prevalent with people now of loneliness and isolation also gets fixed a lot of times with yoga, because the community aspect of yoga is so important. Most of our classes are classes. They're groups of people coming together for a short amount of time and breathing and moving, and it's a special thing. It's a seance, it's church, it's the thing that we've done all throughout human history, where we get together and we move and we focus ourselves towards the common goal. And our common goal in this case, but even myself, it took me years to really find myself in a good stable yoga practice before I really got to understand what yoga could be and what yoga really feels like, and the potential for a lifelong practice. A thing you can learn when you're 10 and when you're 20 and when you're 40 and when you're 60. It's the same practice that just keeps increasing, and it keeps returning more and more and more. The ROI is insane. I'm sure if you're on Wall Street Bets, you can do like a bet. I don't know. If you're early on yoga, the ROI will be infinite, right? By the time you're 40, 50, 60, you'll be so flexible and so strong and so open and so conscious that your presence will be illuminating and attractive, and you will be supported and surrounded by people who feel the same and behave the same way. Your life can really change really quickly just by adding in an hour a day, a half an hour a day of being on your mat and breathing and being. Just talking about it really makes me want to get onto my mat and have a little yoga practice. I teach yoga a lot on my channel. I have a few sort of different linked videos of yoga. You can try them out, but there's a million yoga teachers, literally infinite amounts of teachers who are amazing and attractive and smart, and find the person that really clicks with you. This is a very, very weird ramble. I don't know if you sat through it or if you got anything from this, but the whole point is do yoga. It's really, really amazing and it will change your life. Whether you are not flexible or you are just some bum, you're just like a loser that hates moving and just sits on the computer all day. I do that a lot too sometimes. I'm not judging, but wherever you are in life, whether you're high functioning or you're just sort of in a lull, you're in a rut, you're sort of depressed, try just doing yoga for a week. Do an hour a day for a week. See how different just that little bit of time focused on yourself and in your breathing and in your body can really change the way you feel and change the way you interact with the world and with other people around you. Again, my name is Nelson, and feel free to look through my channel or go to my website and check out my whatever stuff that I make. It all sort of ties back to this idea that, this is life and it's important and it's fun. And once you really learn the steps or the game of life, if you will, life becomes this interesting, like intricate, like fun thing that you get to play around with. And I don't know, I hope I maybe give you a little bit of inspiration just to try it out if you haven't done yoga, or if you have done yoga but didn't really click the first time or the first few times. Try it again. Sometimes the hardest things in life, or the things that take us a while to really get into, are the things that turn out to be the best. Yeah, with that, my name's Nelson. What a weird rant. Again, if you watch this, thank you. And I'll see you next time.